a little bit faster. So I'm retired, so life is good for me, but that's all right. Go ahead, Scooby-Doo. I am too. But everybody's not in that position. So that's the reason why I have these type of conversations. You know, it would be nice if everybody was able to retire and live the life that they want and enjoy everything. I'm gonna have to do something now because Starlink is not cutting it. I don't know if it's the wire or what, but it's doing that for quite some time, just cutting out. And it's not like the weather is bad right now out here or anything. It rained a little bit, but it's not like it's a storm or anything. So that's pretty irritating. You know, yes, I was Wade. Well, kind of. My goddaughter graduated from high school. So we were in Oklahoma, and then I went to a family member, one of my little cousins, um, had a birthday. So went to the birthday party out there. So yeah, it's been a little, traveling and driving and stuff. But we back. We back. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. So yeah, I know some people are not fortunate like us. Scooby Doo Wade is retired. Some people are not retired yet. So right now, they are feeling the pressure, right? They're feeling the pressure, right? They're actually feeling the cost of groceries going up. Like they feel it more than some people who are already financially established, right? Bubble Bounce, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. They're feeling the insurance cost going up. They see that, right? Their paycheck is struggling to cover the gas right now. Their paycheck is struggling to cover, their rent and mortgage and things of that nature. Okay. Everyday life cost is like got a chokehold on some of these people. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I know people personally that are struggling to make it day to day. Like they are on a day to day, week by week type of how I'm gonna make it work. Okay. So for those of us that get on social media, there's gonna be some people that saying you should be buying crypto right now. They might be talking to you a little crazy too. Because I've heard some of them like, you're crazy if you're not buying crypto, you're stupid if you don't do this or whatever. Their market bullet said 2 years ago, I have the age and time to retire, but let that bag get a million. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I do not blame you at all. Um, who knows the one as my thoughts on ETFs? Well, I'm pretty sure you're new here because I don't recall seeing it, but I'm always talking about ETFs and definitely encouraging people to at least research if you're in the crypto space, research crypto ETFs as well. Okay. So when we're looking at social media, we have people, some of these crypto enthusiasts, right? Because they don't say that they're financial advisors, which I am not at this time just yet. The time is coming, but not right now, right? They'll come on here and tell you you should be buying crypto, you should be buying this specific cryptocurrency, so on and so forth. What Randall Lynn, welcome in, right? But what I'm going to do is something different, which is what I always do. But for the people who are new to me, I'm going to do something different because tonight we're going to have a conversation that a good number of these people in the finance space, specifically talking about our crypto, gurus and educators and things of that nature, are not really being consistent with talking about. Because at the end of the day, crypto is not going to magically save you. It's not, especially if that's the only thing you're focusing on. In fact, okay, some people that are watching me right now, you may be one of them. Some of you watching me right now, either live or the replay on YouTube, you should not be investing in crypto right now, period. And listen, I know that, you know, that's not what some people want to hear, especially with me talking about cryptocurrency, right? Go get to it, Abdul. Okay? Baby crypto, I got you. Okay? I understand this is a crypto one-on-one live stream. I do this every Tuesday and Friday, right? I talk to people, specifically beginners, about investing in cryptocurrency. But I'm going to tell you something. We need to have more honest conversations about what's going on because there are people struggling right now. I'm pretty sure y'all know somebody or some people that are extremely financially stressed out right now. Okay. I'm pretty sure that you know someone or some people that are working multiple jobs right now. I know I'm not the only one that knows somebody or some people that are sitting here carrying on credit card balances because they are making it day by day, week by week with their credit cards. Or they're using that buy now, pay later that's so popping right now, that's been popping for the past few years, right? They're using those things just to get through the month. Oh, what's going on, BK Crypto? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Now, I know I'm not the only one that know people that are doing this, right? Am I? If I am, let me know. But if I'm not the only one, let me know. I'm looking for you. Where y'all at? Am I the only one that's noticing this, that talk to people that are doing this, that's financially stressed, working multiple jobs? And I'm talking about people that's not even my age yet. I'm 43. There are people I know that are not even 21 years old yet working two jobs. Come on now. Because what they're doing right now, the jobs that they have right now is not cutting it because everything is up. I'm gonna tell you something. If that's you or you know someone, okay, I want you to know right now. I need you to go ahead and share this live stream with them real quick. Share the live stream real quick. Baby Crypto, I need you to take your time. I know you're new to me, okay? I need you to slow your roll. Take your time, okay? You know what I'm saying? Be patient. Patience, young grasshopper. All right? We get there. I am champion. Welcome in. Hey, what's going on, husband? Right? I know it may feel like you're the only one that's experiencing this stuff, but I'm telling you, you're not the only one that's experiencing this. So go ahead right now, share this live stream, repost if you haven't reposted yet on TikTok, y'all. If you don't feel comfortable with sharing because you don't know me, this is your first time on my live stream, you can always repost. Hit that share arrow and then hit repost, okay? You can always do that. All right, thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. Okay. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what's really happening in the economy, why so many people feel financially stuck, and also where crypto fits into this conversation. Because guess what? I'm a crypto investor. I talk to people and I teach people about cryptocurrency, specifically beginners. Scooby Doo said I've been in crypto since last year, so I still have a lot to learn. I'm a long-term holder. All right, that's what's up. Thank you so very much for the heart meet. Right? We all are learning. Okay, that's why we're here. We're all learning together. There are people that have been in this space longer than me, and they'll drop some in the chat, and I'll be like, "Oh shoot, hold up, let me look that up." I have homework now. I give y'all homework, but then I end up with homework. Okay, always a student, y'all. Always a student. Let's go. So, quick disclaimer for my people who are just not joining here on TikTok and on YouTube, y'all. This is not me giving any financial advice on here because right now I'm not a financial advisor. That time is coming, okay? But right now I'm not a financial advisor. So everything that I share with y'all, the expectation is that you do your own due diligence, like they say, right? You need to research, okay? Ask questions for sure, but make sure that you go and research what is shared. I am fine with people fact checking me because I don't know everything. And I would never ever claim to know everything. Right? BK Crypto said it. We learning together. That's it. We in this thing together. And for all my people who are new to me, if you have been here, okay, for quite some time, all right, y'all know I started calling y'all my battle buddies because I'm an Army veteran, right? I retired from the Army, did 20 years on the dot, child, because I was like, I don't want to do no more time. But I I call y'all my battle buddies. Why? Because as a battle buddy, what we do is we make sure that each one of us has the information. We're not leaving anybody behind. You will not get left behind on the battlefield messing around with Leona. Okay? You say, do your homework on, you know what? I ain't even say the rest of it because I don't even want it to come out my mouth. I know I've been gone for a minute. Okay? But y'all my battle buddies now. All right? So we have to make sure that we're sharing what we know so that way nobody's left behind. There should not be a reason anyone watching any of my live streams, either live or replay, okay? There's no reason why anyone should be here and not know what to do with their money, not know how to get themselves in position, period, but also how to invest, specifically talking about cryptocurrency. Got it? Y'all my battles. So it's not just on Leona to give you information. Guess what? Y'all gonna show me something too. And we just gonna keep that circle going and going. Got it? So the expectation is we're gonna do our own research. All right. We're gonna make financial decisions based on our financial situation and our risk tolerance as individuals. All right. Just because Leona does something doesn't mean that you are ready to do it. Leona can bring it to you and say, hey, this is something that's going on. This is something I'm researching, yada, yada, yada. But that does not mean that if you know you can't handle it, baby, you should not be doing it. Got it? We got it, battles. Okay? We know we got the lay of the land now. All right? So moving forward, all right, I'm fine with you sharing something or whatever. You can teach me as I teach you. I'm all for it. All right? So if you appreciate real conversations about money, I want you to go ahead, tap the screen, y'all. It's 3.5K likes. I appreciate y'all. Let's keep it going though. Okay, tap it up. Tap it up. YouTube, if you have not given the thumbs up yet, go ahead and give the thumbs up because you appreciate real money conversations. All right. Repost if you have a repost on TikTok, and then share as well. If you feel comfortable sharing on TikTok, share. If you don't feel comfortable, you can always repost and then comment. Comment and let me know where y'all tuning in from. Put your city, put your state, put your country. If you're not in the United States, Debo, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Put your country in the chat if you are not residing in the United States. Okay, that way I can shout y'all out. And then also, if you want Canada, come on in, Scooby Doo. I see you. Let's go. We got Canada in the house. In the house. Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, and then comment reality. If you want to have a real deal conversation, we ain't about to sit here. I'm not about to hype you up like the song say. All right, I'm not about to hype you up like the song say. I want to make sure that you get the real information. All right, so it might be a little uncomfortable. I'm just giving you the heads up, y'all. It might be a little uncomfortable. All right, it might be, but I want to see where everybody tuning in from. So go ahead, and then let me know where you're tuning in. Blake Tom Jones. Okay, come on. I was about to say it's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm back. Y'all know. Those of y'all that's used to me, you know when I see something, if a song pop in my head, I'm about to sing it. So sorry. He said Black Tom Jones. All right. You from Boston. Let's go. Thank you so very much for the roses. I appreciate you. And that welcome back in. I see you. Thank you for grabbing that heart. Me too. All right. So let's go. So we're going to have a conversation. Okay. New Jersey. Let's go. He said he loved it. Okay. So listen, if you come back, Black Tom Jones, I'm going to start singing a Tom Jones song. I just, that's what I do to welcome you in. Okay. But I see you, Jersey. Let's go, Jersey. Y'all ain't saying nothing on YouTube. What's going on? Y'all ain't saying nothing on YouTube. You quiet. See? That's why I just be rocking with TikTok. because I be here with y'all, but y'all don't be talking back to me. So, yeah. And I need to say this. If you cannot stay the whole time on TikTok, I am recording this on YouTube. I'm finally back on the internet over here on YouTube. So I'll probably end up editing out the part that blanked out, and then that way it picks back up where we are right now. So that's Prosperity Calls on YouTube. If you cannot stay the whole time, it's cool. You can always go watch the replay on YouTube, okay? And that's Prosperity Calls. So yeah, we kind of touched on it, just talking about how things have changed and become a bit more expensive over the past few years, right? Masur, welcome in. I see you. Okay. So since we my gosh, get off of here. There we go. So since we have already touched on that, right? What I want to do is kind of talk about something that I personally have found interesting, right? There have been a lot of people that I've talked to. They're not necessarily struggling because they're irresponsible, because they did have a plan, right? Now, for some of them, it may not have been like the best plan, but they had something, right? So what that leads me to believe is that they're struggling because everything costs more. Would I be right or wrong in that assumption? Let me know in the chat. If they had a plan before everything popped out, it may not have been the best, but they were working it to the best of their ability, right? But they are still in a position where they are like, oh my gosh, I'm making more money, but that money ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing. Would I be correct in my assumption that they're more than likely struggling because everything costs more? Let me know in the chat. Yes or no. Yes or no in the chat. Crypto Low, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Yes or no. Let me know. Y'all talk back to me. Miss T Ash, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Right? I mean, maybe it's just me. But if a person is making more money than they were in the past, let's say 3 years, right? They had a plan, even though it wasn't like this rock solid plan, but they at least had a plan. I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, they're just financially irresponsible. More than likely, it's because the cost of everything is going up. Wade said the prices are so high today, even a plan needs a plan. Come on. You need, and this is why we had these conversations. You need a contingency plan for the contingency plan. This is why I tell people, about my background being in the military, because that's how I operate, right? The one thing, not the one, but one of the many things that I learned being in the Army is you have to have backup plans. And the way that the purpose of that is to help you to mitigate those risks. You want to lower the risk as low as possible. Because everything we do has a risk attached to it, correct? Everything we do, when we wake up and we leave out of our homes to go to that job, are you not taking a risk? When you leave your home to go to that job, are you not taking a risk? Everything has a risk attached to it. So we have to have plans for everything that we do. And then we need to have a plan for that, right? So since I feel like, okay, you know what? More of these individuals, the ones that had the plan, right? More of these individuals are struggling because things cost more. You can't stay in here, okay? Because I keep getting the restrictions. Okay, I'm sorry. I love you, but TikTok be restricting me. So yeah. So I want, as a matter of fact, can I give y'all an example of something like this? This is just my own personal example to put it in perspective of how we know things cost more, right? So for those who were in the army with me, more than likely y'all saw I used to have a Yukon Denali, right? So I bought it in 2000, the end of 2007. So it was a 08 Yukon Denali, right? When I purchased it, it was $53,000. I need y'all to follow me. When I purchased that 08 Yukon Denali, brand new. It was $53,000. Okay. Now I started looking because I was like, you know what? I really want a new one. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to get rid of mine because they messed it up in New York, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, hello, I see you, Sephronia. I sure hope I ain't messed that up. Okay. But yeah, so and if I mess it up, let me know. Okay. Oh no, I got it right. Okay, cool. Cool. So yeah. So I started looking because I was like, I'm curious to see like how much a Denali goes for today, right? I was curious. So a 2020, yeah, a 2026 Yukon Denali, right? With the same features that I had with my, oh wait, oh he said he had 2,000. Fair market bully. See, we here. We here. We both like the same type of SUV. We both into cryptocurrency. Now that S one I ain't into, but you know what I'm saying? We here. Okay. But but I started comparing the features with the '08 when I had to what it would cost today, right? Y'all, that same Denali, a 2026 version, was pushing close to $90,000. Not $90,000. Now, I saw that. I was like, wait a minute. What? Now, here's the crazy part. When I looked at the monthly payment, right? Because my curiosity was like, wait, why is it almost $90,000? But number two, well, how much would that be a month? And that's not like me looking at a specific, interest rate or anything. It's just giving an estimate, right? Rough estimate. When I looked at the monthly payment, y'all, the monthly payment alone was more than our land, our monthly payment for the land we own, and our tiny house payment combined. Y'all, what? What? Think about that for a second. A car note, yep, car notes is now rent, absolutely. Mortgage payments, right? A car note costs more than our land and our home combined. Now, y'all, now could I have said, you know what, yeah, I still want to buy it. Could I? Probably. Would it look nice in the driveway? Absolutely. Cause I love Denali's, right? I love them things, especially black on black. You know what I'm saying? You said that's mind blowing, yeah, right. But I had to ask myself a different type of question. Not like, can I buy it or whatever? Nah, I had to ask myself, does it make financial sense right now to purchase a Denali that costs almost $90,000, if not more, depending on any add-ons, right? With everything that's going on. Does that make financial sense to y'all? Thank you for saying let them cook. I love it, right? My answer was simple. Absolutely not. It don't make financial sense. Not right now. Not with everything we have going on. Not just us personally, but the economy. It don't make sense. Every dollar, yeah, every financial decision comes with a trade-off. Every single dollar going towards that $90,000 vehicle is a dollar that can't go somewhere else that can multiply for me. I need you to hear that. For my people who want to invest, but you're looking at your spending and you're like, something's not adding up. Why can't I invest? Look at your spending. Say I upgraded to a range, but the maintenance, the gas. Listen, even the maintenance is not the gas, thank God, but the maintenance on the Mercedes. The maintenance, y'all, tires. I had two tires was it last month or a month before, whatever. 2 tires cost, and the maintenance for it, right? 2 tires cost almost $1,000. 2 to get the service, get the tires put on, all of that with Mercedes, almost $1,000 for 2 tires. Did you hear me? So this is why, right? One of the biggest lessons I want people to get tonight to understand financial success isn't just about us making money. Because you can make a boatload of money and still be living paycheck to paycheck. I know people that are really great or have traded their butt off and made money every single week. And guess what? They broke. I know people who make 6 figures a year and they broke. They live in paycheck to paycheck. So making more money is not going to solve the problem. I'm here to tell you. It's not going to solve the problem. It's not going to make you a better investor. I'm here to tell you. All right. Financial success is about making those intentional decisions, y'all, with the money you already have. So that way you can eventually multiply that, because guess what? Sometimes the most powerful financial move isn't what you buy, it's what you decide not to buy. Phase Bro, thank you so very much for the follow. Did y'all hear me? Sometimes the most powerful financial move you can make is to decide not to buy something. And that's exactly why me personally, Leona, I can't speak for anybody else. Thank you so very much, right? I can't speak for anybody else. But that's why Leona gets concerned when people on these here apps, these social media platforms, are telling struggling folks to just buy crypto. But you're not giving them a before you buy crypto type of conversation. And do that consistently, because there are people that's on here right now or were on here earlier that have never ever been on my lives. And I know they've never been on my lives because of the questions they asked. I can tell if you've been on any of my lives before based on the questions you ask or the comments you make in the comments. I know immediately you've never been here before. Live 8, welcome. Thank you so very much for the road too. I appreciate you. Right? I can tell by the type of comments you make in the comments, in the chat, and the questions that you ask. Because the stuff that we talk about is all about prep. It's discipline. It's intentionality. Right? So if you ask me certain questions, I can tell you ain't been here. This is your first time. Okay, I got you. So think about it. If we're not even evaluating like a car purchase and the monthly cost to keep this car, a depreciating asset, right? Why would we approach investing emotionally? Make it make sense. So I'm gonna give y'all your first homework assignment. Already off the bat, I ain't even an hour in. You got to get a homework assignment. Bear market bully, don't you say nothing. Just do it, dog. Just do it, my guy. Okay, just make it happen. All right. So I see it. Bear market bully, like I ain't here for all this now. Cut it out. But let's go. Your first homework assignment. I've been gone for a week, y'all. Okay, so let's get it. All right. Tonight, or actually before Friday, what I want you to do, I want you to sit down, and for some of you, you may get uncomfortable with your numbers. Some of you probably like, nah, I'm good, you know what I'm saying, but I can do it. All right. I want you to get uncomfortable with your numbers or just get familiar with your numbers. What do I mean by that? I want you to write down or type out your monthly income. Okay. I want you to write down or type out your monthly expenses. So I gave you 2 parts so far, right? I want you to write down or type out your variable expenses. For my people who don't know what that is, that those are those things that fluctuate every month, right? You know, like your groceries, when you buy gas, right? Some people, your utilities may fluctuate because you don't have the, what's it called with the electricity, where it's like it's kind of like a set payment every month or whatever based off of your previous usage and whatnot. If you don't have that, okay, and your numbers kind of fluctuate every month, I need you to do that. That's part of that variable expense. Car, home maintenance, all of that stuff is like our variable expenses, okay? Everybody got it. Okay. So what this one may require you to do, you may be required to go to your previous month bank statement. All right. And then just use that number for now. Okay. I understand. I know some of y'all gonna be like, I ain't doing all that, Leona, because okay, stay broke. Okay. Keep saying, I don't know where my money going. Keep on. Don't do it and stay broke. Okay. Don't do it and sit there and not know what's going on with your money. Ain't gonna hurt me. He said, they're good. I've done it at the beginning of the year. No homework for me. Okay, so see, if you already do this, you know what I'm saying? If you already a person that's up on it, you good. Okay, right? I want you to also, because I'm not done. I want you to also write down or type out your monthly debt payment. Yes, like write down each debt that you have that you pay on every month. That may be a credit card, if you have a revolving credit balance, that's any loans that you have, whatever loans they are. All right. Okay. I need you to write or type that stuff out that you pay every single month. And then also, I want you to identify any type of savings or investing that you have. So, if you have multiple savings accounts, okay, what's the amount that you have in each one of those savings accounts? If you have, like I have multiple stock brokerage accounts, I have Charles Schwab and Fidelity, where there's money in both of them. I have Interactive Brokers, but I haven't put anything in that one yet, right? So if you have multiple stock brokerage accounts like myself, we need to put that down as well. All right. Their market bully just said it. And this is, I'm going to read this for y'all on YouTube, right? He said, it's the basis to understanding your finances. That's it. This is the, I'm not going to say no one else in crypto talks about it, but I will say this. When I get on live streams with other crypto educators on these different platforms, I don't hear this stuff enough. What I hear and what I see is Bitcoin is doing this right now. XRP is doing this right now. The Russell 2000 is doing this right now. Right? They talk about what everything is doing, but how does a person get themselves together so they can get into the market and do it safely and not sit here and make emotional decisions that's going to come back and bite them in the butt later? How often do we hear that from the people who are out here telling you you should be buying crypto and you stupid if you don't buy crypto? Right? How many times do you hear those type of conversations? Prepare yourself before you put money into the market. Because the last thing you want to do is put money into any market, but we're talking about crypto, right? Before you put money into the crypto market, then your money ain't right. You don't know what's going on with your money. And then you get into a financial bind because an emergency pop up. And guess what you do? The first thing you do is sell that crypto because you don't know what you're holding. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. But if I'm telling the truth, tell me I'm telling the truth. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. But if I'm telling the truth, tell me I'm telling the truth. I know for some of my people that's been in the crypto space for a minute, they like, I don't need to hear all that. Yes, you do. Because guess what? You could share this to somebody that even if they're not investing in crypto yet or don't intend to invest in it and they want to invest, period, but their money is funny, they need to hear this. They need to hear this because they probably get tired of hearing it from you. And if they hear from somebody else and then they see the comments and people saying, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's facts. Right? Then they're going to start taking it like, oh, shoot, okay. All right. Because they tired of hearing your mouth. Right? You probably been the one telling them the same stuff I'm telling you. But because they hear it from me, they like, all right, somebody else saying it too. It's like this sometimes, y'all. Don't take it personal, okay? I know I don't. All right, don't take it personal. All right, but no, for real. Like at the end of the day, what I want you to do is go through your finances, y'all, and see where you stand. Okay, I don't want you, and I'm not suggesting or expecting you to post anything. Absolutely not. That's not my expectation. Although there are people, I see it on TikTok, y'all. They be just laying down. I don't watch so many videos lately over the past week. And folks is just showing all their business when they come to their money. They're like, I'm in $90,000 of credit card debt. I'm like, God dang, how you get into $90,000 of credit card debt? And why are you saying that with a smile? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, child? Oh, Jesus. That hurt my heart. I had to clutch my imaginary pearls right now. Me just saying that out loud made my chest hurt. Like, there's no way I just wouldn't find, I couldn't feel comfortable even saying that out loud to anybody. Like, I would take that to my grave, child. Like, and then with it being poor spending too, like, Zena, welcome me, happy Tuesday. Ain't no way I'd be telling nobody. I would take that to my grave. I would dig my credit card debt. And this is what I did to get out of it. This is how long it took me to get out. Like, for real, I'm not about to do that. Jesus, God bless you. But that's a good lesson to other people. You gotta watch what you're doing when it comes to your money, right? So, so that first homework assignment, y'all. The purpose of that is to get you familiar with your money, right? Will it be uncomfortable for some of y'all? Maybe, okay, depending on your relationship with money. For some of y'all, like Bear Market Bully said, hey, listen, I do this. I make sure I know what's going on with my money because I want to make sure it's multiplying. Welcome in, Wanda. Happy Tuesday, right? But at the end of the day, whether you are comfortable or uncomfortable, this is a necessity to do this so that way you're clear on where you are right now and where you're headed. Okay? Doing this will open your eyes to where you are while helping you to identify if you can use some help with your finances, like getting them in order or identifying certain things to help you to get better. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to be horrible with money, but you can find leaks. You know what I'm saying? In your finances, like, man, I'm trying to figure out where this $500 been going every month. You know, and I now when I sit down and I run the numbers and I write or type everything out, now boom, I figured out where that 500 is going. Right, Fred, welcome in. I see you. Happy Tuesday. Okay, and then guess what? When you do this, y'all, now you can move with intentionality with your money and less emotion. Okay. I'm not saying that you're not going to be in survival mode anymore or you'll stop being in survival mode. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you'll make less emotional decisions that you'll regret later because now you know where you are, you know where your money at, and now you can come up with a plan to make that money movement look better and you feel better. You know what I'm saying? And you have a better relationship with money just in general. All right. Now, if you need a template, because I know that some people like, oh man, like I heard what you said, but like, is there something I could just use to plug in the numbers? Yes, you can. Okay. If you need help and you need like a cash flow worksheet, I have one that has different tabs on there. All right. You can actually send me a DM on TikTok. Y'all, I'm on Prosperity Calls on TikTok. You can send me a DM with your email and the word budget so I know that that's what you want. Okay. So I send you that cash flow spreadsheet. And what you'll do is you'll erase the numbers that I have in there and you input your numbers. I had some people like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, duh, I told you, put your numbers in there. And it's gonna add everything up for you. Okay, so the formulas are already in there. So I have like a tab for like a household budget. If you are in a marriage or whatever, you have that for the household or as an individual. There's a tab on there specifically for your debt. There's a tab on there specifically for your assets, and there's a section in there. There's a section in there. Richard asked you believe XRP can hit $10 or more eventually. Yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen. All right. Who would have thought? I know I didn't think that Bitcoin would surpass 100K because I didn't know what I didn't know in the beginning. But now here we are. It has happened. So next thing in my mind is like, shoot, it's gonna hit $250,000 at some point, right? And now Kathy Wood is back to saying it's gonna hit over $1 million, but then she's changed her mind before. Now she's back to saying over $1 million. See, that's why you gotta be careful. We're listening to certain people because she just flip flopping, child, flip flopping and stuff. But anyway, so if you want that spreadsheet, right, that has those different tabs and it has like the net worth on there, it'll calculate that for you as well. Then bro, I don't know who you are, but guess what? You automatically, because I don't do that. Just the way you talking, you out of here, Block City. Just the way you talking, Block City. I ain't even about to read that nonsense. Donna, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So yeah, if you need that, send me a DM. All right. And then make sure you include your email and the word budget, and then I just send it out to you. Okay. I send it directly to your email. All right. So yeah, let's keep it going. So now I gave y'all one part of the homework. Y'all keep tapping the screen into the bone. I think that's what it said. It came across the screen so fast. Sorry if I messed it up. Keep tapping the screen. Share if you haven't shared yet on TikTok and on YouTube. And then also repost. My people who don't feel comfortable with sharing because this is the first time in here. Okay, cool. I appreciate you. Go ahead and repost. That doesn't go to a specific person. It's just a way to tell the algorithm that, hey, we want more people to hear this information. All right. So that way they send it out to the FYP. So share, repost, and continue to comment. Y'all look quiet on TikTok now. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Hey, have a good night. It is a wonderful Tuesday evening. Glad to have you here. Thank you for the repost too. I see you. Oh, it's into the beat. I said into the bone, child. I was thinking about Bone Thugs and Harmony over here. I'm over here thinking about Bone Thugs and Harmony, child. Bless. All right, so oh shoot. Thank you for grabbing that heartbeat. I appreciate you. So yeah. So okay. I know I have some new people in here. Okay. So let me ask y'all like a serious question because I know I have some new people on YouTube and here on TikTok. Now the numbers are going. Is it because I'm talking about like, budgeting and stuff? Folks don't like the budget conversation. Boy, when you start talking about getting your money together instead of just saying this is a quick way to make some money, even though it's a lie. Some folks just be liking you to lie to them, child. Woo, boy, you talk about budgeting and getting your money together and sit down and learn the numbers. Steve, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, boy. Y'all get ghosts fast. And then y'all, it's like crickets, child. Y'all, hey, I don't even want to say nothing. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want see, listen, and I'm gonna get back on topic in a second. James, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. We get back on topic. But I gotta say this because I'm a firm believer in if you cringe at the idea of knowing where your money is going, I'm telling you now, you're sending a signal that you're rejecting money. I kid you not. You're sending a signal that you're rejecting money. You don't want more money. Here's why I say that, because if you are not really good at managing the amount that you have today, no matter the amount, if you're not good at managing what you hold today, right? It was blocking you, and my goodness. See, come on now. It was blocking, it was doing it, and then it just stopped doing it. But if you're not good with managing what you have, no matter the amount, I don't care if you make $2,000 a month or $20,000 a month. Okay. If you're not a good steward of that amount that you receive today, and if when you talk about money, right, you're like, and I don't want to talk about it, no, and you're negative, you have negative energy. I'm telling you now, you are rejecting the idea of being able to get more. Look at the way that you talked about money for, let's say, the past year. How many raises have you received if you work a job? Right? If you work a job, how many raises have you received in the past year? If you feel so bad and negative about money, when somebody talk about a budget and you're like, ugh. If somebody say sit down and learn and identify the numbers, identify the leaks when you have money coming in versus what's going out. If you cringe at the thought of that, look at how many raises have you received in the past year if you work a job. What is your income looking like if you own a business? What is the percentage increase or gain that you're receiving from your investment? If you even have money to invest or your savings. Do you maintain money in a savings account, or is your savings account constantly depleted? If I'm telling the truth, y'all, let me know I'm telling the truth. If I'm lying, though, tell me I'm lying. Y'all, you can't sit here and talk about, I want to make all of this money. I want a 7-figure crypto portfolio, right? You can't say I want to have a 7-figure or 8-figure stock portfolio, and I want to have a 7 and 8-figure real estate portfolio. But when somebody say, look at your numbers, you like, I don't want to do that. When somebody talk about money, you like, come on. Like, what we doing? You're not gonna get more money. It's or you're going to delay that money from coming to you. It's there waiting for you to change your relationship with money. Talk to money like that's your dog. Hey dog, or whatever term you use. But I'll be like, hey dog, I need you to go out here and do X, Y, and Z. I'm giving you this to start with, but this is what I need you to do. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm looking for in return. You got me? You got me? Like, I kid you not. I look at my brokerage accounts and I'll be like, hey, you doing your thing, dog. Keep that going. And then I need you. Hey, I need Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I need Apple. I need, like, that's how I talk to my money now. I learned that when I got introduced to trading. Kid you not, the second time around. I learned that when I got introduced. A millionaire told me, she said, the thing that changed for her, she's a millionaire trader, right? She said the thing that changed for her was she started talking to her money and treating it like an employee. So when she would put money into her account, she said, hey, look, I need y'all to go out here and bring me back X amount today. I need y'all to bring me back X amount today. Y'all do that, you've done your job. I appreciate you, right? You do that, you've done your job. I appreciate you. So she said, make sure that you give your money an assignment. It needs to have a job description. Whatever term you want to use, dog, you need to make sure you talk to your money like it hears you. And then it's gonna go out and do what? Execute. So I know I kind of went off, topic for a moment, but I listen, these numbers are so low. It's like, dog, like y'all really don't, some of y'all really don't want to make money, but you say you do. You say you do. But your response and your reaction to certain conversations about money shows me you're not ready. It shows me you're not ready. Now, for everybody else that's still here, shows me you ready, dog. So let's go battle. Okay. So there are some people out here, and you may be one either watching live or the replay on YouTube, right? Where before you get your paycheck, right, it's already spent. How many of y'all, if you receive taxes, right, tax refund, how many of you before you got your tax refund? I'm chosen 8. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. How many of you before you got your tax refund, you already, like, you knew how much you was getting, right? You already have split it up and said this amount is going here, this amount is going there, this amount. Go ahead and type me in the chat. But tell the truth. How many of you, if you still get a tax refund, right, before you got your tax refund, you already spent it? Like, I know what is going on. I know what I'm paying for. I know what I'm buying. Right? Bear market would say, we've all done it. We have all done it. Okay? You don't put a portion on your mortgage, your rent. You probably get caught up on your rent if you was behind and almost about to be evicted. Right? Probably put some more on your life insurance if you have life insurance. You know what I'm saying? Paid off some of that credit card debt, paid off some of them loans, bought your kids some clothes because your kids ain't had any clothes in some months, right? Some shoes, bought yourself some clothes, shoes, whatever, right? Like, just whatever. Right? But here's the thing. He said, but the plan was to put it towards the principal of my home. See, that's cool. That's cool. Right? Because you got to knock off that interest, dog. You got to knock off that interest, dog. But see, here's what I've noticed. Okay? There's a ton of financial conversations online that start with investing. That's what we talked about earlier, right? It's not just in crypto, y'all. This happens with people that teach folks how to trade options or to invest in the stock market. This is the same type of conversation. They start with investing in real estate. Dog, how does a person prepare? Like, how do they get their credit profile set up to be super attractive? So when it's time to go and, purchase their first home or to buy that land or that commercial real estate, whatever, what does a person need to do so that they're more attractive to the lender? Like, come on, can we have those conversations more than just go buy this thing? Because if we keep having these conversations about, hey, go buy this, go buy that, but you got all these people in these homes renting, owning whatever, that aren't in a position to invest, because guess what they don't have? They don't have any breathing room. Am I lying or am I telling the truth? Am I lying? Am I telling the truth? When we sit here and we get on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, if people still get on Instagram and go live and stuff, like, they lead with, you can make this amount of money if you do this. Right? Coquette, so welcome in, right? Bitcoin is down to 67,000. This is the time to buy. Do you have the money to even put into a risky market like cryptocurrency? Are you making your bills every month? Battle. Huh? On time. Are you making your bills every month on time? That if you're not making your bills every month on time, you got a bigger problem. Right now, investing in cryptocurrency should not be your focus. That's just my opinion. That's not financial advice. That's just Leona's personal opinion. If you can't make your monthly expenses on time, you should not be sitting here talking about, I'm about to invest in crypto. What's the cryptocurrency I should be buying right now? Tony, I ain't. Tony is a mess over here on YouTube. I'm not saying that out loud. Oh, shoot. They're talking about some rims on the caddy and stuff. Right. Like, come on now. We got to do better, y'all. Okay? So there's no judgment here because, again, Leona has done it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you don't know. But once you know, now you're supposed to do what? Better. Okay? Once you know, you're supposed to do better. And at the end of the day, what I want you to think about this for a second, right? If every dollar is already spoken for, and if every unexpected expense creates stress, if one emergency can throw everything off track, then the biggest financial, goal shouldn't be investing right now. The biggest financial goal should be get your money together, create some breathing room, so that way if something happens, I'm good. I don't have to sell my investments in the crypto space because I got this buffer, right? No, bear market bully. I ain't putting no rims on no caddy. Not me. Not I. That's Mr. Tony over here on YouTube. So, I don't know if he's doing it, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, right? We should be focusing. If this applies to you, we should be focusing on creating that breathing room, right? Creating a buffer. Because when you have that buffer, right, that's going to change everything for you. Having that buffer lowers stress. Having that buffer creates options. Having that buffer allows you to think strategically instead of emotionally. Because when we think emotionally, what happens, y'all? Or we regret them decisions later. So when I said that investing in crypto won't save you if you don't do this, this is what I'm talking about. Knowing your money, knowing the in and out, the comings and goings of your money, being able to identify if you have leaks where there's money just going and you don't know where it's going, plug that leak because now I know where it's going, right? Having a buffer, having an I got it fund. That's what I call it because I don't like the word emergency because when I say emergency, I feel weird. I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, it made me feel bad. And I don't want to feel bad when I talk about money. But when I say I got it, I feel empowered. I feel good. My chest go out. My head go up. That's why Leona calls it an I got it fund. Okay? Use whatever word helps you to feel better. So that way, when you talk about money, you feel good. So guess what you do? Like James Brown, I feel good, right? So you attract more money. The better you feel about money when you talk about it, when you think about it, when you hear the word money, when you hear the word budget, or anything that relates to budgeting, right? When you hear those things, you don't feel like, run away, cringe, right? You're like, shoot, I got that under control. I do that all the time, Mr. James, right? Like bear market bullet, at the top of the year, I already got everything set up. Now all I got to do is just go back and look because I got a plan for the whole year. So all I do is at a bare minimum, every month I go back and look. Am I on track to hit my goals? And am I staying along with my plan? At a bare minimum. I'm a weekly person. I learned that I'm able to catch stuff because I'm a human being. You know what I'm saying? I get tempted. You know what I'm saying? Like, told y'all I was looking at the Denali. But once I saw that cost, I said, that does not match my plan right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that does not match my plan right now. So, okay, I was quick, fast, backpedal like a mug. Okay, I like that don't match my plan for 2026. All right, so when you have these things in place, now you can say, all right, crypto is one of those things that's going to help me to get to where I want to go because I'm doing these things, right? And I'm gonna tell you, he said, go get it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now I will get one in the future. I get another one in the future because I love the Denali. I love my truck. I was so mad when they messed it up in New York because I ain't want to get rid of my truck. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I probably would still had that truck to this day. Do you hear me? If they wouldn't have messed it up in New York. I'm not even gonna lie. I loved my truck. You hear me? That was like it was a gift to myself. I bought it because I made it back from I made it back from my second deployment, safe and sound. You know what I'm saying? So me making it back alive with all my limbs and somewhat in my right mind, child. I was like, I'm about to give myself the thing that I've been wanting for years. And I sure enough sat there and bought that Denali. And I dropped a whole lot of money on it as a down payment. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I want my car note to be low, even though, child, it was still almost $600 a month. Jesus, as an E5 paying almost $600 a month for a freaking Denali. What was you thinking? You don't know what you don't know when you don't have people having conversations with you about money. You know what I'm saying? I saw, I want it, I got it. You know what I'm saying? But, anyway, tough love, okay? Which is what I wish somebody would have did with me earlier on. But here we are. Sometimes people want like investment returns when actually what they need is to have a better cash flow. Like you need to improve how your money is flowing. You probably need more income to cover this debt that you have because that debt is drowning you right now. Big James said 25 for me, bills, investment. Okay. Oh, I see what you okay, I see what you said up here. Gotcha. Welcome back. I am champion. So yeah, so sometimes people want to be able to invest, right? But what they need to focus on is like, how is my money moving? I need to fix some stuff. I know y'all, these type of conversations, they're not exciting. They may not make you feel good. It's not sexy, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? It's real. And we need to have them more often and not feel bad or feel like you're being judged because you may not be where you want to be financially. Whether it's because of, age, you might feel like, man, I'm too old to be still going through X, Y, and Z. Or I know I looked at my analytics. I got some Gen Zers that be peeping me. I'm like, hey Gen Zs. If you watching live or watching the replay on YouTube, right? Like, I got it. You're not behind. Okay. You're not the only one. These people on social media be lying. Or they just don't show the whole truth. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all one more thing, right? Okay. So for those of y'all that don't know and that are new to me on YouTube and on TikTok, maybe this is your first time tuning into my lives, right? I'm gonna share something with y'all. All right. So I told y'all I did 20 years in the Army, right? I retired from the Army as an E8, and could I have made E9? Absolutely. I got told that all the time. Oh, you could make Sergeant Major, and I'm like, yeah, but the money ain't worth it. It's not. Child, I ain't trying to deal with nobody else kids and all this stuff, the stuff that come with it. I don't want the politics. I'm out. I am done. Okay. Clay, thank you for the follow. Right. I was like, I'm done. But so I retired first. Then my husband was going to retire, you know what I'm saying? But we had to come up with a plan. And so one of the things that I wanted for like since I was a kid, I don't know if y'all remember the tell my age, child, but anyway, I don't care. I'm 43 and proud. Uh, but it was I think it's Chevy Chase or whatever. The National Lampoon, like when they would go camping and be in the RVs and stuff. So when I would watch the movie and they always in the RV and they driving, they going to different places and having all these adventures and stuff. As a kid, I was like, I want to do that. I want one of those things. But in my mind, you know, we play cars and stuff. So I was like, in my mind, somebody's driving and we all sitting, you know, like at the table, we playing spades and stuff, and we got the music playing, and you know what I'm saying, we having fun. Like that was my vision of it, right? But anyway, so that's something that I really wanted, like ever since I was a kid. Okay. And I told that to my husband. So fast forward to 2024, I believe. 2024, my husband was like, hey, I'm going to be retiring soon. And this seems like a really good time for us to, you know, go ahead and start looking at an RV. And I was like, for real? You know what I'm saying? So I've been watching like, you know, Tiny House Nation and all of this stuff, like looking at different types of tiny homes and things like that, right? So I'm super excited. I even went and I got the Airbnb. It's like a tiny home with a micro home community or whatever in Atlanta. And so I stayed there a couple of times, like all of this, like I was just so excited. So anyway, so we go, we look, right? And then we find the one we're in today. We find the one that all of us agree on. It's upstairs, downstairs, travel trailer, but it looks like a tiny home because it has an actual built-in porch, right? So it's not something that you roll up or whatever. No. It's a built-in porch. So anyway, so we all agree on it. And then this was 2024. And so my husband was, you know, put his retirement packet in and everything and was preparing to like retire. And so I was like, well, I don't know how it came about. Either I did or he did. Was pretty much like, you know, what do you think about like staying full time in the tiny house until we find the land, you know, until we establish which state we're going to stay in and then find the land and purchase the land. And so we both agreed like that would be really good because one, what it'll do is it'll cut our expenses in half, if not more. Two, it'll give us the freedom to move around until we establish where we want to stay permanently, like and build our forever home, right? And so this was 2024. I want to say July, I believe July, August. If he's still on, he can correct me. But one of the two. And the reason I'm bringing this up, y'all, is because we started planning ahead of his retirement. And because we planned ahead of his retirement, made the adjustment, right? We went from paying doggone what $7,000 roughly a month in like rent, mortgage, because we had a house at the time that we were renting out, but we still had to pay the mortgage on it. So we talk about rent in Texas, the mortgage in Georgia, utilities, HOA, all these, the car note, the truck note, all of this stuff. Almost $7,000 a month. Once we got rid of, we sold the house in Georgia, got out of, we left the rental property in Texas, and we moved in full time to where we are today. Moved in full time. Y'all, our expenses went from almost $7,000 a month to less than $3,000. Why am I sharing that with y'all? Because like I said earlier, sometimes that financial success does not come from how much money you make or what you buy. It comes from what you don't buy, what you don't spend your money on. So no, investing in cryptocurrency won't save you in this economy if you do not have your money in order, just in general. If you don't have the basic understanding of how money works, if you are not tracking your own money, if you're not at least putting together a plan to get out the hole that you're in if you have massive debt. If you're in massive debt, why in the world are you talking about investing in any doggone market, let alone a super risky market? Why, Sway? Why? You're only going to hurt yourself even more. Hey, the crypto chick is here. Let's go. Y'all give the crypto chick a follow. Yeah, she was live earlier today. I was on there. Couldn't really talk, but y'all give her a follow. She's always dropping gems when it comes to cryptocurrency. It don't matter where you are in your journey. Y'all thank you so very much for the Panther Pause. I appreciate you. It don't matter where you are in your journey. Please give her a follow. And there's another crypto panel coming up with the gentleman in cryptocurrency. I didn't see the date. So if you can type it in the chat, that would be awesome. Because I glanced at the picture, but yeah, there's a crypto panel coming up with the gentleman, and June 10th. All right, so y'all got till next week. Put that on your calendar. June 10th at noon Pacific, so that's 3 p.m. right? Yes, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. Y'all make sure that y'all put that on your calendar because those conversations are definitely helpful. And for some people, it is life changing. You want to be there. Okay. I've been to the first all male crypto panel that she held. I loved it. And then I've been on the female or the women led crypto panel. It was great. Y'all, you're going to learn something. Thank you so very much for the roses, too. So June 10th, make sure you put that on your calendar, noon, that's Pacific. That's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, June 10th. That's 2 p.m. Central Time. Okay, on June 10th. Put that on your calendar. I'm putting it on mine because I will be there listening and being a student, just like everybody else. Okay. So yeah, so I'm sharing that part of my own story, right? Thank you so very much. Right. I'm sharing that part of my own story to show y'all the preparation has to be there. I can talk about investing in cryptocurrency because we've done the work so that way we can cut expenses, right? To be able to put more money towards the things that we want to put them to. So that's why we can sit here and say, thank you, God. We are now owners of 10 acres of land. Why? Because we cut expenses in 2024. So that way, 2026, we can own 10 acres of land. That makes sense, right? We can talk about investing in the cryptocurrency market, which is a high risk investment, right? We can do that because we did what? We cut expenses in 2024. I can talk to y'all about investing in the stock market and getting those crypto ETFs if you want to have exposure to cryptocurrency, but not necessarily hold it yet because you're not comfortable with it, right? Because it's not as regulated as the stock market or the real estate market and things of that nature. You can invest in the crypto ETFs. I can talk to you about that because what? We cut expenses in 2024. That making sense to y'all? I hope it's making sense. Right? Thank you. Yes, let's get it to 30K. Keep tapping. Yes, 10 acres, right? So I'm not sharing that with y'all to sit here and say, like, oh, we're doing it. No, I'm sharing that because there has to be intentional decisions made about your money to hit the goals that you say that you have when it comes with your money, when it comes to your money. again, talking about cutting expenses and looking at how much money you have going in and what you're spending your money on every month. I got it, y'all. That ain't sexy. You know what I'm saying? That's not that's not that glorified stuff that you see on social media when people are showing themselves at these at these Bali resorts and out here in different countries and places in Thailand and Japan, and they're traveling, they're first class. I got it. But you know how people who legit are doing this and not broke and fronting? The people who are able to do that and sustain that type of lifestyle, they know what's going on with their money. They know what's going on with their money. So they can do that for real and not just be a facade for social media. Do you hear me? So they can talk about investing in cryptocurrency. Why? Because they do this. They make sure their money right before they put their money into any market, let alone cryptocurrency. So I got it. It don't feel good having this conversation. That's why the numbers are low. If I say the word budget, you cringe. I got it. But at the end of the day, right? I got a question, right? If I gave you an extra $500, right? Every month, starting tomorrow, would it reduce your stress? Let me know in the chat, yes or no. If I gave you an extra $500 every single month, starting tomorrow, would it reduce your stress? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Shoot, I'll say yes. If somebody was to give me $500 every month, you know what I can do with that $500? I'm going to put it in the market. But I'm just saying, that's an extra $500 I can put into the market that I'm already investing in. Heck yeah. Because now I don't have to think about, I want to put an extra 500, but now I got to come up with a way to earn the extra 500. If you got it for me, heck yeah, I'll take it. That's one less thing I got to worry about. Right? So y'all with me? I don't know about y'all on YouTube. Y'all kind of quiet. Are y'all with me? If I was to give you an extra $500 on YouTube every single month, would that reduce your stress? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, you can put yes or no in the chat too, or in the comments. And for those of you that can't stay the whole time, I am recording this on YouTube. Okay? That's Prosperity Calls on YouTube. So you can go watch the replay there. Right? And here's why y'all said bear market bully. Bruh. I knew it. I knew it. I should have known. I set myself up for that. Yep, I did. I just gave you the yeah. Okay, I got you. Yes, I'm on. Cause he know. So hey, CC, he know I can't stand Solana. Well, okay, I got a love-hate relationship with Solana. You know what I'm saying? I do. Because I used to hold Solana, but after all them outages, I was like, I'm done. I sold, I got out, child. I was like, I'll come back, someday. I ain't saying when and if, but maybe, whatever. But yeah. So at the end of the day, y'all, when we have that buffer or we have that additional breathing room with our finances, right? This helps us to be able to make better money decisions. It does. That buffer matters. Having that breathing room with our money, it matters. You know what I'm saying? And in Friday, we're going to talk about, more about that whole, how to create more of a buffer, right? But I need to give y'all a heads up. I'm not a get rich quick person. All right? So if that's what you're seeking, this is not the page or the YouTube channel for you. I'm here to tell you right now. I'm telling you straight up. I don't do Get rich quick. Why? Because I've been burned. Granted, it was with disposable income, but child, nobody likes to lose money. Even if it is money that you're comfortable with losing. Nobody likes to lose money. Okay? So I'm just letting y'all know what I share with y'all. This stuff does not fix your problems. It does not increase your gains and returns overnight. All right. It's not gonna magically, have you see an additional $1,000 and $10,000 worth of cryptocurrency or value in the stock market. None of that. It's not gonna happen that fast. But guess what? What I share with you is going to help you intentionally improve your financial situation. Got it? The Phoenix Rising says the long game. Please and thank you. That's it. So I'm giving you the heads up, my Gen Zs, my little sweet babies that come over here, my young battles that come over here and check me out. I'm talking to y'all. Okay? Millennials like myself, I'm talking to y'all. I know I got some baby boomers. I'm talking to y'all. I understand you're a bit older and you need something now because hey, listen, I'm 60 plus and I hear you. Battle, but I don't do quick fix. Okay? My Gen X's. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all a little bit older than me. Y'all don't see some things. But guess what? We still not doing a quick fix over here. Okay? I'm giving you the heads up so that way that's not what you expected. Because that's how I know when people have been on any of my live streams before. Based on the comments that you make in the chat and the questions that you ask me. You let me know if you've been here before or not. Okay? JN, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So, and I'm bringing that up because there's 4 areas that I believe a lot of people overlook when they're attempting or trying to improve their financial foundation. And over the next week or so, we're going to be covering all of that. Okay. It's not going to happen tonight, y'all, because I'm about to go. But we'll be touching on it. Right now, if tonight, all right, so far, if tonight has helped you to realize that you need a financial strategy, right? Before you have an investment strategy, I want you to go click the link in my bio right now. Click the link in the description box right now. That says crypto beginner checklist is totally free. Okay. Grab that. Look at it. Whether you are new to investing or you've been investing for a while, because guess what? You can just see, oh, yep, I did that. I did that. I did that. I did that. Or I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. I'm good. Okay. Right. This checklist was designed to help people slow down and think before risking their money. Again, that checklist was designed to help any person that thinks they want to invest or is investing now slow down and think before they risk any money or any more money, right? And if you want to go deeper and have a whole beginner roadmap when it comes to cryptocurrency, after you have done that, then you can also check out the Crypto Starter Kit. I believe that's on in that link as well. You can grab that, okay? But like I said, the Crypto Beginner Checklist is totally free. Got it? All right. Second homework assignment. I gotta keep myself in check. Second homework assignment, and then I gotta here to wrap this up. What I want you to do before we come back again on Friday, all right? I want you to calculate this number. All right. Bear market bully probably already got it, but if you don't, my guy, I need you to do it. All right. Bear market bully. If you got it, cool. But if you don't, I need you to do it, my guy. Okay? You with me? Bear market bully probably like Leon. Why you calling me out right now? All right. I want you to create your I'm going to say your breathing room number, right? Your monthly breathing room number. So what is that number that you want to have after your expenses have come out? What's that number that you want to have still in your account, so that way you could do whatever it is you want to do, whether it's invest, whether that's it. I want you to do it. Just what's that number look like for you? All right, no judgment. You know, I don't want you to feel like whatever, like, oh shoot, like I'm far off from that. No, I don't want you doing that. Okay, I just want you to be aware of what you want versus where you are, because you have your first homework assignment and then this one. Okay, okay, because we want to make sure that we're aware of where we are, where we want to be, so that way we can make better decisions in between the two. Got it? So for YCCLX, that's the gym right now. All right. I need you to know where you are right now financially, and then what's your goal, right? And then you could come up with the in between to help you get from where you are right now to where you want to be. So that way, when you say, hey, I want to be able to invest X amount of dollars into the cryptocurrency market every month, now you have a plan to get to that point, even if you're not there right now. Got it? Y'all with me on YouTube? Y'all with me on YouTube? Let me know. Okay, I see you. Let's go. All right, so, all right, cool. So here's the thing. There's something else that needs to be said too. Got it good, get it good. Yes, the Phoenix rising. That's right. Right. There's something else that needs to be said. I looked at Bitcoin earlier today. It was 67K, and I was like, okay. Bear market bully. I already know. I'm pretty sure bear market bully. When I said Bitcoin was at 67K, bear market bully like we ready. We ready. Because we done had it marked up. As a matter of fact, I'm about to just say it right now. Let me look at it real quick. So I got an area where we've been watching, right, at 65K. I got a note on my chart, which I've had it for quite some time. I said, will Bitcoin return and break below? I want to know if Bitcoin come back down to that 65K ish, what is it going to do there? Because if it breaks below that 65K, can anybody guess what's most likely to happen after that? Can anybody just take a wild guess of what is possible to happen if Bitcoin breaks below 65K? Anybody? Type it in the chat. April, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Anybody? YouTube or TikTok? What do you think is likely to happen? More likely to happen if Bitcoin breaks below that $65,433.56. What do y'all think is gonna happen? Phoenix said, "Bull." What y'all got? Come on. We here talking about crypto, right? What y'all got? And then we're gonna get back to it. We're gonna get back to the preparing, right? But this part of the preparation. Cause see, Leona teaches we prepare scenarios, right? We prepare for scenarios. Bear market bully gave me that. It's going down. Bitcoin is going down. Right? Douglas, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Right? So here's the thing. What Leona is looking forward to see, what happens when it surpasses 65K? How strong of a sale is it when it surpasses 65K? Because if it's weak, it might just bounce. Right? But if it's strong, dog, dog, dog. I got another mark on here. 60K, right? It's hit that. Bitcoin hit that back in February of this year. It touched it, bounced back up. Now here's the thing. If it's a strong push down below that 65K, and that candle for the week or even the day, but that candle closed below that 65K. Y'all, we going down past 60K, and my next area that I'm looking at is $48,985.43. I'm letting y'all know in advance. I'm not telling you what the market is going to do. The probability of Bitcoin going down to 48,000 if it is a strong sell below this 65K. And if it closed below this 65K on the week time frame, there is a higher probability Bitcoin is going to go down to $48,985-ish, somewhere in there. 48, 49,000, something like that. There's a higher probability Bitcoin is going to go down there. Is that a guarantee? Absolutely not, because anything can happen. But the probability goes up. Does that make sense? So when we talk about what we should do and what we should buy and all this stuff, here's the thing. We need to make sure we get all our ducks in a row. You have time. You have time to get your stuff together. This is why I told people stop rushing the market, because and stop rushing for us to be in a certain phase of the market cycle. Stop rushing and just watch. Let the market do what it's doing. You know what I'm saying? So I have to look at my sofa to see if I have 48K of change. Hey, you and me both, bear market bully. Let's go. You and me both. Take that, welcome in. And the fin is rising with you too. Let's go. Right? So here's the thing. I gave y'all, I just dropped that in there. Bam. Okay. So we're gonna get back to the fact that people feel like or the messaging out there is that, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. Listen, and I got it. Some people ain't gonna like it, whatever, especially for my extreme crypto enthusiasts that are all over social media. Okay, I got it. They're not gonna like it, but the internet has convinced a whole lot of people that crypto is the only answer to every financial problem. Now, if you don't believe me, just go back and listen to some of these individuals. They don't talk about, hey, listen, you can invest in crypto ETFs and you can invest in this and buy gold and silver and they don't talk about any other way to multiply your money but one thing, and that's crypto. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why would you do that? You're hurting people more than you're helping them by putting this idea in their mind that crypto is the only way. If you study people who make the most money and have made billions of dollars, right? They don't put all their money in one specific market. Now, are they more heavily concentrated in a specific market? Yeah, but they still diversify to an extent, right or wrong. Warren Buffett, heavy into stocks, but guess what he also holds? He's into real estate. He has over $339 billion in treasury bills. What are we talking about? This man has billions in the stock market, but guess what? He has over $300 billion in treasury bills. He's into real estate. The man invests in network marketing companies. Quit playing with me when you sit here and talk about crypto is it. Crypto is not the only way to make money and to become an investor and to make millions of dollars. It's not. Is it a way? Yes, it's a way, but it's not the only way. So for some of these crypto enthusiasts, they go so far as to talk down to you. Have you ever been on somebody's like live stream or whatever, and they talking about crypto, and they like, you stupid if you don't invest in the cryptocurrency market? What you thinking? Not realizing, for one, some people risk tolerance is not high enough for cryptocurrency. Some people are at an age and phase in their life where, hey, I can't afford to take this type of risk. So therefore, I have to do what I need to do. Crypto cannot be a part of my portfolio today because this is where I am, and I can't personally afford to take that type of risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. What are we doing? I don't do predictions, S-Rod Films. I don't do predictions. I go based off of scenarios. That's how I move. I have multiple scenarios, and whichever scenario play out, that's how I move. But I have plans for each one, right? What's going on, JJ? I see you. I'm sorry. What's going on, JJ? He said I lost 154K on trading because I went to sleep. My P&L looks crazy. God, dog. I'm sorry, JJ. I'm sorry. But you know what? Hopefully you learned a lesson. Hopefully you learned a lesson. Y'all better use these stop loss or a trailing stop loss, right? You trailing stop or a regular stop loss. Yeah, just shoot. That's it. That's all. You say don't sleep. No, JJ. No, that's not the answer. Oh shoot, JJ, silly man. I'm glad you're here though. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, so I know the Phoenix Rising. Thank you. You know, I'm still stuck in my 90s vibe. You know, so yeah, he said I got a stop loss now though. All right, you learned your lesson. Sometimes it happens. B-Dogs, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Sometimes you gotta learn your lesson. Sometimes you gotta get punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? Before you be like, okay, all right, I got it. You know, so look, I said it, but I need to say this again for the people in the back that didn't hear me. Okay, crypto is not the answer to every financial problem. Okay, it's not the answer to every financial problem, and I got it. You know, listen, I teach crypto 101, right? I'm for the beginners to make sure you get into the cryptocurrency market as safe as possible. But here's the thing: for my people that prefer someone giving them that uncomfortable truth, I need you to type me in the chat. For my people that want somebody to like just keep it real with you, I got it. It may be uncomfortable. It may go against the grain of what the masses are saying because they want you to feel good. They want you to buy their course. They want you to do all of these things or whatever when it comes to crypto. If you're that person that said, "Now give me the real Leona," all right, I want you to type me in the chat. If you want the real, type me in the chat because I'm not about to sugarcoat y'all. And sometimes my delivery may be a little hard, but I say it with love. You know, sometimes it may be like, "Hey, Leona, for real," but I'm saying it with love because I want you to win. But I want you to win safely, so that way you can be consistent and you can sustain that growth over a long period of time, and it not be some doggone fly by night and that you feel like you got hustle type of vibe. I don't want that for you. I want you to feel like, nah, that's my battle buddy for real. Because she told me what I didn't want to hear, but I needed to hear. That's right. Phoenix say, don't lie to me. I don't like it either. And the reason I'm bringing this is say, don't be like me, everyone. JJ said. Hey, I appreciate you, JJ, man. I appreciate you. Because he up in here telling it like, hey, listen, I messed up. I messed up. Don't do what I did. Don't do it. It's gonna hurt your soul. And not everybody can take those type of losses and still stay in the market. You got people lose $100 and they're like it's a scam. I know people who got into and this is going into red flags, right? I know people who got into like crypto trading platforms, right? and they're saying, "Hey, we're gonna flip your money in a week. We averaging 2% a week of gains, blah blah blah." Right? For when you put X amount of tether into our account, or Bitcoin into our account, or Ethereum, or whatever it is, right? Whatever they're doing now, right? But I know people who they put a little $100 into these crypto trading platforms. They lost $100 and they like crypto is a scam. No, baby, crypto is not a scam. You got into a scam company. They took you because you didn't know what the heck you was doing, thinking that you're about to invest in cryptocurrency. You can do it for yourself. You don't need somebody else to do it for you. You just need to know what to do, but you don't need somebody else to do it for you. I'm here to tell you as a beginner, y'all stay away from these platforms, these companies that are using people that are family members and friends of yours that are saying, "Hey, we've been getting a 2% return on our investment in this crypto company, and they trade in crypto for us." I'm telling you now, they're not going to be here in the next 6 months. They're not going to be here in the next 6 months. If they good, they might last a year. Okay? They're going to have people that have been in network marketing companies before. So they're going to pay attention to the language they use. If you've ever been approached by a person that's been in network marketing, because I've been in network marketing, right? That's why I don't do it. Because I'm like, I don't like it. I feel like I've been hustled. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've been hustled. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Network marketing is not for me. I had to learn network marketing is not for me. Right? But there are certain language they're going to use. They use this word a lot. Opportunity. I can't stand that word now. Y'all know I don't even use the word opportunity because I can't stand hearing it. Because that's what I know is the network marketer. You know, you want to be a part of this opportunity. It's a great opportunity. You've never been a part of an opportunity like this. They overly use the word opportunity. Am I lying? Am I lying? Freebird said I learned a lesson. Am I lying? Right? So watch out for that. You do not need someone to invest in crypto for you. You can do it for yourself. You just need to know what to look for. Okay? You know what to need. You need to know what to look for. Number one, make sure your money is together before you invest in crypto. That's what I said. So that's why I say investing in crypto won't save you if your money ain't in order. Okay? Say, now, if you look at meme coins, you would see that a lot, just a different word. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's another reason. JJ brought up a good point. That's another reason why I don't care for meme coins. Because number one, it doesn't fall in line with the 4 main things that I look for to say, you know what, I should invest in this particular crypto project, right? So if it has no utility, if it does not solve a specific problem, right? If it's not fixing something that is wrong in our society, in our economy, right? Whichever lane it may be agriculture, it may be finance, it may be in education, it may be with, whatever. It could be anything, right? It could be in the sending, the transactions, whatever. If it doesn't solve a problem, Leona personally doesn't want to consider it. Bitcoin is different, y'all. I'm just saying with the meme coins, if it hasn't shown that it can withstand bear markets and it can bounce back, I personally don't want to deal with it. If it doesn't have a very strong community, I personally don't want to deal with it. If it's not constantly being developed and updated to solve the problem that they said it's going to solve, Leona personally don't want to deal with it. That's just me though. Network marketing gives me that vibe. You talk a good game, you overly charge, but then when people are not staying within that system and they're not constantly falling for the lie, guess what happens? It's gone. Those gains that you were seeing, that money that you were earning, now is less and less every single month. Until either they do something shady and then they get busted and then they have to disband, right? They can no longer be in business. Or if you do like that crypto trading platform, because there's a bunch of them popping up, right? They may be dismantling now or going out of business now and just taking people money and disappearing right now because it's a bear market. But when the market is running hot and crypto was going up, guess what's going to pop up again? Mark my words, when the next bull market begins. So I say end of 2027, going into 2028, watch how many new crypto trading platforms start popping up. And they're going to say, oh, because the crypto market is going up, right? The prices are going up. So now they're going to say, we can trade your money and we can make you 2%. We've been doing it for 30,000 people, 50,000 people, blah, blah. They're going to throw out these numbers that you cannot verify. They're going to have CEOs that you cannot verify are legit, real CEOs. Y'all, we had one. Thank you so very much for the rose, FXH. I appreciate you. We had one that went so far as to they had like boat rides and stuff for the leaders. That's another thing. They use the term leaders a lot. You know what I'm saying? My leader said, my leader, and they throw out mentor very loosely. So watch out for that. Okay. Leaders, mentors, they throw that out a lot. Okay. See my face? That it just anyway. So but yeah, so this one went so far as to they had boat rides for the leaders, right? And then they still, and this CEO called herself a reverend, and that she was doing God's work. Her husband, and her brother still took off for millions of dollars and has not been seen since 2023. So y'all be careful. 2027, I'm telling you now, end of 2027, going into 2028, if you see that the market is starting to turn around and prices are going up, watch how many new crypto trading platforms are going to pop up. Hey, what's going on, Triple Black Diamond? Welcome back in. Watch how many crypto trading platforms are going to pop back up. The 4 things I said I look for Phoenix Rising is, does it solve a problem? Number 1. Okay. Number 2 is, does it have, my husband says staying power, but does it have or has it shown the ability to bounce back after a bear market? Meaning, like Bitcoin is a prime example. The last bear market, Bitcoin dropped down to like 15K-ish, right? This last bull market, okay, what was it? October 2025, Bitcoin jumped up to over 126,000. So from 2023, 15K-ish, to October 2025, Bitcoin went to 126K-ish. Do we believe that that's a strong rebound from a massive dump? Yes, right? JJ said, I think the Clarity Act is going to shut a lot of that down. We're going to see. We're going to see, right? But number 2, does it have the ability to bounce back after a bear market? All right. Data should show us that, not just what somebody say or what they believe is going to happen. No, has it done it? XRP has done it. Ethereum has done it. Got it? Look at historical data. Go to the chart. TradingView.com is free. Type in BTC USD. Type in ETH USD. Type in XRP USD. Type those 3 in, okay, separately, but type those 3 in and see from 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. How did it move? It went down, consolidated, went in that accumulation phase, and then what did it do? It rebounded, right? Third thing is, does it have a strong community? Even though I give the XRP community flack, I joke, but I will say they are the most dedicated community I have ever seen and heard in crypto. XRP community reminds me of the Beehive. I kid you not. because you can't talk about crypto without somebody. I'm actually surprised. This whole time I've been here, nobody asked me what I think about XRP on TikTok. Right? I'm actually surprised. So see, this is how I know y'all kind of, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like, y'all don't want to hear all that. Because boy, when I was first going live, like the first, I say 4 or 5 months of me going live here on TikTok, I couldn't go live talking about crypto without XRP. What do you think about XRP? Why you ain't talking about XRP? XRP's doing this. Why you didn't say this? Why you didn't say Jesus? My husband is like that. My husband is XRP Army all day, every day. You cannot talk about crypto and not mention XRP in his presence. Because he's sure, but somehow, some way, XRP gonna come up. JJ say that's how I am in person. and look, that's again. This is why XRP is part of my big three. Because they have the most dedicated, solid, loyal, vocal. And guess what? XRP folks, and this is credit to y'all, XRP people are like researchers to the core. Like they go down rabbit holes, child. Like I'll hear some stuff and like, I ain't even know that. Like what? And then I have to go back. You know what I'm saying? I have to go back and be like, oh yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like so respect to the XRP Army. I'm not here to, I know I say my jokes or whatever, but like for real, respect to the XRP Army. So that's the third thing. And then the fourth thing is for sure they have to constantly be updating and developing that crypto project. Like why in the world do you have something that you're not constantly updating and improving so that way it solves the problem that you said it's going to solve? What works in 2026 may not work in 2027. So that's why you have to consistently update. It's just like those of us that are in certain professions. When I was in food service, we had to do like recertifications. It was only good for 5 years. When you're in the medical field, there's certain continued education that you have to do to keep your license, right? If you are in finance, like me about to become a financial advisor, there's certain continued education and stuff that you have to do in order to keep your license. Why are you not looking for that in a crypto project? Blows my mind. All right, JJ, thank you so very much for coming in. I appreciate you. Hopefully I see you on Friday, 7 p.m. We'll be back, Eastern Standard Time. Right. All right. So those are the 4 things that at a bare minimum I look for. All right. Solve a problem. Rebound for sure. It has to rebound from or show me that it has the ability or has rebounded from the previous bear market. Solid community and definitely constantly being updated and developed. All right. It does at least those 4 things. I'm paying attention. All right. And I'm a large cap girl, right? Like I'm into blue chip cryptocurrencies just like I'm in a blue chip stocks. If it doesn't have a large cap, I'm more than likely not paying attention to it. In a cryptocurrency that's 10 billion in market cap or higher. So when people talk to me about these meme coins, I don't care. Quan, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. That's not my lane because it doesn't meet all 4 of those things that I mentioned. Off rip, I already know it doesn't meet all 4. And more than likely, it doesn't meet the market cap either. So guess what? It's not for me. Now, what works for you, works for you. But that don't work for me. Because if I'm already taking a risk, I want to take a risk on the thing that has shown and proved that it has longevity. Meme coins have not been able to show and prove to Leona that it has longevity. Because so many come up and guess what? They're gone. Why do I want, if the odds are not in my favor, I don't want to invest in it. Okay? That's just me. That's why I ain't do that. The Trump and Melania, I warned people about that. Folks didn't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do what you will with the information. That ain't on me. Okay? But I will say this. Look, let me get back to what I was talking about. I understand, social media loves success stories. All right. People, talk about turning hundreds into thousands and thousands into millions. But what rarely gets discussed is this, what we're talking about. Real, as a matter of fact, I need y'all to know, and hopefully you know this, wealth creation and wealth preservation are two different skills. Did we know that? Wealth creation, being able to accumulate, build wealth, and keeping and being able to pass it forward to future generations. Those are two different skills, y'all. Keep tapping the screen, share, 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 repost if you have not repost on TikTok, as well as continuing to comment in the chat. And if you cannot stay the whole time here on TikTok, I am live on YouTube. I'm recording this on YouTube so you can watch it. Prosperity Calls on YouTube, okay? You can watch the replay there. All right. And y'all quiet on YouTube. So see, that's why I keep talking to people on TikTok. Y'all quiet. Last person said something to me was Tony. Raja, welcome in. Steve, see you. Thank you so very much for sharing talent. Thank you so very much for sharing. I appreciate you. Right? But wealth creation and wealth preservation are two different skills. And unfortunately, for a lot of beginners, they don't learn either one of them. Because what they're focused on is chasing outcomes because what? See on social media. Steve, thank you for the repost. Edison, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay. And see, here's what worries me. This is why I go live. Okay. This is why I speak the way I speak and I teach the way that I teach pertaining to cryptocurrency and just financial literacy in general, right? The reason why is because when somebody is financially stressed, those individuals are more likely to become like vulnerable to those promises of, we're going to turn your $100 that you invest into this crypto trading platform, we're going to turn that 100 into 200. Give us like 2 weeks and you'll see $200, or give us a week and you'll see $200. Oh, we have a return of 2-3% every single week. You know what I'm saying? They're going to fall for the fast money, the promise of the fast money, much faster than the person that has their ducks in a row when it comes to their money and they're not in survival mode. Right? They're going to fall for the promises of the easy money. They're going to fall for the promises of that overnight success. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. But if I'm telling the truth, tell me I'm telling the truth. Rob, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. But if I'm telling the truth, tell me I'm telling the truth. Right? The people who are struggling, the folks that don't understand how money works, the people who are living paycheck to paycheck, they are going to be the ones that's going to go be quick to listen to this stuff that these professional network marketers turned affiliate marketers, but they're still a network marketer, right? They're going to fall for that stuff and then they're going to get got. They're going to lose money that they can't even afford to lose. Now they're worse off than how they even started. They're in more debt. They probably borrow money that they shouldn't have been borrowing to put into said investment because of the promise of quick money. That's why I said what I said before I even got to this point. I am not your girl. If you're looking for overnight stuff, I'm not your person. Don't follow me on YouTube. Don't follow me on TikTok. Don't follow me on Instagram. Don't follow me on NAM platform because I'm not your person. Okay? Don't expect it. I'm not your person. But what I've learned in my own hiccups and mistakes, real wealth is built through consistency. It's not desperation. Right? As a matter of fact, I want you to say that with me. Y'all ready? You say it out loud. Okay? Real wealth is usually built through consistency. not desperation. And then, as a matter of fact, go ahead and type that in the chat. Go ahead and type that in the chat so that way it's thick. Real wealth is usually built through consistency, not desperation. Okay? You have to be consistent with checking on your finances. If you spend a little bit too much and you're going outside of your budget, you should be able to check that. You should be able to catch that because you're consistent. You have a system. You know, every Friday I'm doing my that's what Leona does. But every Friday I'm looking. Am I staying within my budget or did I go outside of it somewhere? So that way I'm not sitting here surprised by the end of the month that I don't spend an additional $500 or $1,000. I'm not sitting here like, where did that $1,000 go? No, because every Friday, Leona does what? I'm opening up my account. I'm looking at my budget that I have set. How much did I spend in this category? Boom, boom, boom. Right? What's my balance on my credit card? Because I know I only have a certain amount of money that I put into a specific bank account that goes to pay off my credit card every month. That's what Leona does. I don't know about anybody else, but that's what Leona does. Right? That's how real wealth is built. We're consistent with our systems. We have a plan. We work the plan. We adjust the plan when needed to be. So the reason why I can talk about the stuff that I talk about is because we started our plan in 2024. For those people that weren't here earlier, we live in a tiny house by choice. Why? Because we wanted to cut our expenses so we have more money to buy the 10 acres that we own now. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to be able to cut our expenses so that way we can invest more. My husband is now an entrepreneur. If we were still living above our means, he wouldn't have felt comfortable with starting his own business. Does that make sense to everybody? You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have felt comfortable because we were with what? We're both retired Army. So we have a fixed income just in general, right? But he wouldn't have felt comfortable starting his own business if we still had the expenses that we had in 2024 before we made the decision to cut, because we knew what we wanted to do. We knew we wanted to own our own property. We wanted to build on our own land, right? Well, the way to get there is we got to have more money available. We got to reduce our debt to income ratio. Pay off the car, pay off the truck, good. We no longer have a mortgage. We no longer have rent. Cool. That makes sense? But you have to consistently do this stuff. You can't just say, I want to do something, and then you do it 1 month and then you stop. I did a 40-day liquid fast. Why did I do that? Because I said I want to, I need to lose weight. I need more energy. So I did a liquid fast where I only consume fruits and vegetables in juice form, smoothie, or blended soups. Right? 40 days. Guess what I was able to do? Lose 19 pounds. Right? I was able to lose 19 pounds. But it's the consistency. I had to do it for 40 days. Did I have moments of weakness? I did. But guess what I did? I said, I'm still going to stay. I'm still going to stick and stay. I ate that one day because my daughter graduated. I gave myself an excuse. My daughter graduated. I want to be able to eat dinner with her to celebrate her graduating. Behold, thank you so very much for joining. Welcome in. Right? I did that. But guess what I did? I said, all right, cool. You need to get back to juicing. You need to get back to your soups. 19 pounds. It's the consistency. Thank you so very much for the heart meet. All right. So with that being said, y'all, okay, we're going to continue to have this conversation on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central on TikTok and and YouTube. That what did you eat to slim down? So I had fruits, vegetables only. So I was heavy on kale, heavy with the zucchini, green apples, red apples. Thank you so very much for that, Harmony. I appreciate you. What else? Butternut squash, which I love. Hey, Miss Regina, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I'm about to go, but yeah, happy Tuesday. Um, what else? I did smoothies, so like strawberries, blueberries, bananas, yeah, like, but I was heavy on the kale. Oh, avocado, tomatoes. I made a lot of blended soups too with avocado, tomatoes, butternut squash, like I said, stuff like that. So seeded stuff for the most part. Um, very heavy on the seeded. Cantaloupe, oranges, things like that. Okay. So this, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm bringing all of that up is to say that yes, I want people to understand and learn about cryptocurrency. I want people to consider investing after they do their research. But before you even put money into it, make sure that your ducks are in a row with your money. You know what I'm saying? Come up with a plan. Even if you can't invest this year because your stuff won't be in order, it's okay. All right, it's okay. Invest when the time is right for you financially. Don't put yourself in a bind to invest in this market and put yourself in that position where you may end up selling your assets because you need the money. Okay. So on Friday, we're going to do is discuss something that I don't really see that's talked about within the crypto space. Okay. And that's like building a financial house, because if your foundation is weak when it comes to your money, it doesn't matter how good the investment is, y'all, you're going to blow it. I kid you not, you're going to blow it. You're going to either sell too early or you're going to sell when you shouldn't have sold at all because you wanted to keep it for the long term. It don't matter. I'm telling you now. All right. But that's why we want to have these conversations. Okay. So, oh man, I pressed the button by accident. Okay. So yeah. So we're gonna be diving into that. We're gonna talk about that on Friday, or at least get started on it on Friday. All right. So if you have learned anything, because I have to go, it's bedtime for the kid. Y'all know I got a 6-year-old, you know what I'm saying? So I'm that person that waited later on in life. God bless me with the chance to have our daughter later on in life. So here I am, 43, with a 6-year-old, and she has to go to bed. Okay, so if you've learned anything tonight, y'all, I would hope that you took away that you need to be educated before you invest. Okay, you need to be educated before you invest. Thank you so very much, Behold. I appreciate you. Right, you need to be educated before you invest. You need to make sure that you know what the heck you're doing. You know your money. Hey, okay. Miss Virginia said I had my last kid at 37. I was 36. Yes. Okay, so it's not just me. Thank you. Y'all make me feel good. Y'all make me feel good. Okay. Thank you for the roses too. I appreciate you. Okay. So we need to make sure that we pay attention to where our money is going. We understand those things. We are taking this serious. We're being intentional before we put our money into this market. Because I got it, as glamorous as stuff may sound, all right, on these here apps and social media platforms and stuff, cryptocurrency is still a high risk investment. Okay, it is. All right. And if you want to take that education serious, I got a call, start all over. Oh no, sir, I'm about to go. Laura's getting ready for bed, so I gotta get ready for bed too. All right, I gotta get ready for bed too. You know, I don't know what that is for your darkness. No clue what that is. I need you to give me the full name for that because I have no clue. So yeah, Sean, thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Yeah. So with that being said, y'all, if you really do want to take it serious, um, okay, yeah, I don't know what that is. Even bear market bullet put in there. I don't know what that is. I appreciate you though. No clue. I told y'all it's 4 things I look for. If it don't fall into those 4 things, I'm probably not paying attention to it. More than likely. All right. So yeah, go ahead, download that free crypto beginner checklist. All right. It's going to help you to be able to answer questions that you probably didn't even think of asking yourself before you put money into the market. All right. And if you have already been in the market, then just download it, look and see if it's like, oh yeah, I did that or I didn't do that, and I need to do that right now. Cool. So that way you're good to go. It's totally free. You don't have to pay for anything. All right. It's in my bio and it's also in the description box here on YouTube. Now, homework. This is gonna be your final homework assignment, and then I gotta go so I can put the little one to bed. All right. I want you to write down what financial freedom means to you. All right. Don't give no generic answer, y'all. Okay. Like for real. Don't say because what you think social media is gonna prove of or somebody. Nah. I need you to talk about what you feel like and what it looks like to you. Okay. Because if you don't define that success, guess what? Somebody else is gonna define it for you. All right. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be able to be the controller of your future and make sure that what you want you get because you did the work. All right, and you've made that. It said $10 gazillion. Oh man, that's what's up. Steve said it's the network that has contract with the U.S. Army. I did not know that, but guess what? I'm gonna take a screenshot so I can research. I got my homework. I tried to do it. There you go. All right.